Someone's missing, but we're back for another political
Aaron,
cadence.
we lost
Every once in a
Aaron.
while, AA Ron's. I just love that. I think that's so
His
funny.
Starlink.
Yeah.
Elon Musk decides he's going to take it
I
off.
didn't go anywhere. It just
Huh. Oh, you know what?
came.
Maybe I forgot. Maybe I didn't. It's just a little
No,
bit of
you were
delay
there.
there, bringing
No,
you back
you got us.
backstage.
Okay.
No, that was
It
me.
didn't work.
Okay, Rob. We got more than one producer here tonight,
Ah.
but
I didn't send him backstage. I just brought him in.
Aaron is obviously a Frank Zappa fan.
oh yeah,
Yep.
I am.
absolutely. He for the closers by committee the other day. He brought a Frank Zappa song for our baseball. We do a little baseball and culture segment, and that was one of his picks. Zappa does a
Yeah.
version of.
Yeah, I'm planning on moving to Montana soon just so I can grow me up some dental floss. That's part of my
Right on.
whole life's mission.
But as you can see, we've got a
Don't
full
forget about
cast.
the bees. You can leave the sweet stuff, but you're going to take the wax.
Little Zappa inside baseball there.
Yeah,
Push it
that's-
around.
See what's going on.
Yeah,
Put it in a little tiny box that I can sell downtown.
yeah. The two greatest, in my opinion, the two greatest Zappa albums, Overnight Sensation and to me, the Apostrophe is the quintessential Frank Zappa album.
Those two are almost a pair, like part
Aren't
one.
they? I don't know how they seem to be included in one. Sorry for the Frank Zappa side, but I
That's
saw
right.
great googly moogly underneath Aaron's name, and I had
That's
to
fine.
make a reference.
It's
Yeah,
all
but
good.
for Christ's sakes, let's not forget that Zappa did bring us Alice Cooper.
No
He did.
shit. And I'll tell you what else. Frank Zappa did. You want to talk about one of the most? If he hadn't have died, God damn it, he would have. I wouldn't be shocked if he wouldn't have had a very serious run at the presidency because he is one of the most powerful. In fact, we have to give him credit. He stood up to the PMRC single-handedly, damn near,
Yeah.
and stood
Him
when
and John
very
Denver.
few others did.
Yeah,
Him and John Denver
right.
and the Twisted Sister guy, D. Snyder.
Snyder. Yeah.
Yep, D. Snyder and Frank Zappa were the two that had the balls to say,
Right.
"Hey, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're not taking this shit."
Well, we've covered two Zappa albums on but I feel like maybe there are more in our future. And when we
Oh,
do
there's
that,
a great one called "Shake Your Booty" that's really good too.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
My
it's a
favorite-
classic.
My favorite at the top is probably these days One Size Fits All.
I haven't heard that. I will go listen.
I think
You know
that
what-
my favorite
and-
Zappa ever have got to be
Yeah.
Jewish Princess because
Oh, yeah,
every
that's-
time I hear it,
That's on Shake Your Booty.
I about piss myself laughing.
Yeah.
It's so great.
That's a great album. That's on "Shake Your Beauty," like Aaron just said. And you know what's amazing too is I watched a documentary about him, and Dweezil was saying that there are at least 50 albums worth of material that hasn't been touched in his archives.
Like
Nice.
Prince.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly.
So,
true.
what's holding him back? Is it part of his estate?
I would imagine workload.
Yeah,
to
they
try and
trickle
go
stuff
through it.
out year
Yeah,
by
I've-
year. You probably get 2 releases, 3 releases
God.
a year.
And
Huh.
you look at his archives on this documentary. Jesus, it looks like the Library of Congress, for Christ's sakes. I mean, it's he recorded everything. So he was so prolific. It was unbelievable. So sorry, I'm a huge.
Excellent.
I could do a Zappa.
Well, we're going to take advantage of that then,
Well,
Max.
maybe
Yeah,
we
we'll-
should be on our.
We'll do
next
we'll do
one.
Shake Your Booty.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do. I'd love to. I would be
Yeah,
honored.
y'all are welcome to come on that.
But you mentioned Jesus, and that's the perfect segue.
Yes.
Because we have someone who believes he's Jesus, apparently.
Oh no, he said he was a doctor. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
what it was.
Hey, I
He was
never
a
said I was a
doctor.
doctor. What are you talking about?
So he actually said that.
He did say
Yeah.
that. And then all
He
these
said-
memes came out. They showed like the members of
Someone
kids
besides
standing around.
Rob we were talking about.
Yeah. Well, so can
Thank
he-
you, Aaron. God, that whole joke was just pushed off.
all the memes and everything had the pit, like members of the pit. They were all dressed in robes and they were holding orbs and, all the stuff that was going around. And he tried to clarify it by saying, oh, I was being a doctor. But really, people put it together that what happened is he was told to tell the press that the image was doctored, but he did not understand. He could not comprehend how to spin it.
And that's so fucking believable.
Right.
It is so believable.
Did anybody see Jon Stewart last week?
Yes.
Oh, it was so fucking that the whole segment, because the guy laying in the bed looks exactly like Jon Stewart.
He looked like Jon Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh my God!
Some say he looks like Jon Stewart. Others say he looked like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
I don't think
Jeffrey
Stewart
at all.
I have to say one thing about Jon Stewart. I know you all will agree with me. There are people who are like just ridiculous geniuses at physical comedy, like Jim Carrey and Jerry Lewis. Jon Stewart is up there with some of the greatest physical comedians of all times. That whole segment when he fucking sat there, the time he took to blow up that Jesus picture, and I just belly laughed for like 15 minutes while he's so genius at it.
He's got the great relationship with the camera.
It's literally like his head. His whole head is physical comedy.
Yeah, isn't it? He's just so good at it.
Yeah.
He's just great at it. I miss him very much on but it's nice having that. I can't wait till I see that he showed up on Monday night. So I always look for him, and when I go there, I say, "Oh my God, he's there tonight! He's there!"
Yeah.
It's always that moment.
Find out who you get for the rest of the week. I hope it's
right.
Daisy.
Right.
I am a big fan of Josh Johnson. I will say.
Oh.
Josh Johnson.
I think he's like it's not so much, he's not like laugh out loud joke comedian, but he's an observational comedian, and I think he's right up there with Walt Whitman or whatever his name is.
Will Rogers.
Yeah, Roy Rogers and Mark Twain.
Trigger.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, guys, I still say to this day the greatest political comedian, hands down, was George Carlin.
Oh you're gonna get a lot of nods on that one, brother.
Yeah.
Well, okay, more than Bill Hicks, really?
Yeah,
well,
Bill Hicks was pretty fucking amazing too.
Because the thing with George Carlin was he wasn't just funny; he was angry and funny.
Yeah, but so was Hicks.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Is Hicks angry?
I think he was probably influenced by Carlin a
Who was
lot.
it we saw this summer?
Possibly.
Lewis Black.
Yeah.
Lewis Black's up there too.
Yeah, we saw Lewis Black.
I'm gonna have to look up Bill Hicks. I'm not familiar with. I'm sure I know his comedy. I just don't know the name.
Yeah,
he's funny.
Bill Hicks was the second comedian to ever be arrested and face criminal charges ever. The first one was from the 50s.
Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce,
yeah.
Lenny Bruce. There's a great movie Dustin Hoffman did about the Lenny Bruce story that it's fucking genius. If you've never seen it, you owe it to yourself to go find it because it's fucking genius.
I love Dustin Hoffman.
He was great in it.
What I remember about George Carlin was when he was on the show with Bill Maher, and they had a Republican guest, and Carlin just took him to the woodshed.
Oh yeah!
I mean, he just absolutely just eviscerated the guy.
Yeah.
And in fairness, we certainly can't be foraying in this territory without talking about the guy who's about to lead the air out of bullshit, and also is also hand in hand with Jon Stewart is Stephen Colbert. I mean,
absolutely.
The whole press junket that he did with when goddamn the Republicans were so stupid that they didn't realize that he was a satirist and hired him to MC the fucking the press conference or the for George W. Bush.
Oh yeah. He was called into, and he
truly
in
one of the
character,
greatest
right?
moments
Yeah,
in political history.
that's when he was the Colbert Report, right?
Yeah,
Right.
they did not realize he was they were so fucking moronic. They
Yeah,
didn't realize that he was making fun of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was deep in character for a long time.
Oh
with that one.
God, that was
Absolutely.
genius.
Right. Yeah, he did a good routine this week too, where he uh, did the whole the take on Trump's doctor thing.
Oh yeah. Oh God, it
Yeah,
was brilliant. Oh, it was brilliant. He
Absolutely.
will be missed. He's
Yeah.
gonna be. You know, anybody have any idea what he's gonna do? I'm
He-
sure.
There's
He can't
something that
reveal
they're
it yet,
planning.
whatever it is.
It wasn't the doctor thing. It was the Quentin Tarantino mimicking
was
that
funny.
Hegseth
Mhm.
did. He sent that up really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
But,
great.
That scene from Pulp Fiction.
right.
How
right.
did nobody in his camp be like, hey, hang on a second before you go out there and say that shit?
Mhm.
Right.
Like, nobody.
I think he cowboyed it.
It's like everybody knows that. Everybody knows that scene. Everybody knows it almost verbatim.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
he didn't.
Well,
he had to know he
doesn't
wasn't
he-
going to get away with that.
Doesn't the
I
character
haven't
say
seen
it's in the
it, so I'm
Bible
gonna
though? Even
obviously
though
have to
no.
go find it.
Yeah, he even lists where it is in the Bible.
Yeah.
But
Ezekiel
when he said it,
17:25. Yeah.
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 Ezekiel
Oh,
said-
Or as Kig's Breath called it, Czar 22.
Right. But the only part of it that even resembles what's in the Bible is like the last, just the last few phrases of it. Everything
right,
else
the
is
rest
completely.
is an expansion thereof.
Yeah.
we're talking about the Samuel L. Jackson rant, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh God. Yeah.
Right.
And he says that before every kill.
Right. He said, I thought that was some cool shit, some cold shit to say to somebody before killing them or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we're off to a rip roaring start here. But the war. Okay, we got the war. That should always lead up. Shouldn't the news always be the first? The war should always be the overriding thing with the news.
I don't know.
Like where the
I
hell
don't
is
know,
that
man.
I
at?
guess so.
There's allegedly peace, but now
That
the
lasted
strait's
like-
closed again as long
Anybody
as
other than
the U.S.
Trump?
is blockading.
How the fuck is everybody still calling this a war? All right? A war implies that it was authorized by Congress and it's legal. This is not a fucking war. This is an armed insurrection on a sovereign country.
Mhm.
I'd
This
say
is
illegal war.
And I
absolute
just
kind
want to
of
call it
thing
a
that we
war
would
because
attack
Trump
others
doesn't
for.
want us to.
Well, yeah, Trump does not want to
He doesn't want us
categorize
to
it as
call it
a war because he wants
if he does, he has to go through Congress.
he wants to bypass the War Powers Act. He thought it would be over with by now. He'd be
Right.
in and out. Now he's planning to go to Cuba. Like if you tuned into all the news shows last week, they were already on to Cuba, right? They're already talking about how Cuba, the Meet the Press was all about. They had the Cuban dictator
Attaché or
Yeah.
dictator.
And-
Okay.
on, and they interviewed him, and the whole show was about Cuba. Like NBC had moved on to Cuba as if Iran was already being transitioned out of the news. And it's like Trump cannot shake this Iran thing because what he's found out is that, and what Iran has found out is that they have a total Trump card, so to speak, against them that they can always pull out. They were afraid to use this card before. Now they know they can use it. They don't. Before they didn't know. It was always conjecture that they could close off the Strait of Vermouth.
Yeah.
And
FAFO, baby.
yeah, and
Exactly.
one thing that has happened out of all of this is that now Iran knows that they've got us by the balls. They can always, it will turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on,
Like
whatever.
a spigot.
And then Trump tried to do this blockade to try to take ownership of the situation, and that's not working either. So, but categorizing it as a war is something that they've tried to avoid in order to bypass the congressional approval. But they're getting to a point where it's lasted long enough where it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I
they're
want to
asking
ask.
for money.
You know what I want to ask you guys,
$1 billion.
man?
What?
This is the part that every time first of all, it's obvious to all of us is how in the fuck does Trump get away with the stupid shit he does and all of the funny, all of the things they said about how stupid Biden was because of his age and all the missteps and all of that horse shit. But beyond that, how does America, how in God's name do we ever, it's going to take us, I don't even want to say it this way. How do we ever declare or regain our respectability worldwide after this administration? What do you?
I don't think we do.
I wanted to ask you all of this.
Yeah.
How do we fucking come back from what this fucking guy has done to this nation worldwide after he leaves office?
I don't think we can be trusted by the world anymore.
Right.
Yeah, what it may take, Max, is an act of God for it to get done, because we've lost all credibility whatsoever.
Everywhere.
Let Jesus know that.
Well, I think you're speaking to
Somebody emailed Trump.
you're speaking to this idea of our soft power. When you think of power, you think of military, you think of finance.
Yeah.
Our soft power in the world is our being able to coerce or to lead other countries through example, through the arts, through humanitarian aid, that type of thing.
The shiny beacon on the hill that everybody always looked to America as, hey, they're a military badass, but they don't use it. Technically, we don't just use it for no fucking reason. We're not bullies that go out in the world and just pick on people. That people look at us in that way, and it's so funny. I have a brother-in-law who lives in Europe right now, and they feel, it's funny. His actual sentiment is that most of Europe feels bad for us because of the administration we're all dealing with.
Yeah.
And I wonder how do we ever regain
The
that?
top saw it.
Yeah, I mean,
And something else to keep in mind, guys, we found out through the news media who's really in charge of America, and it's not Trump.
No.
It's Benjamin Netanyahu.
Boy, howdy.
Because why else would J.D. Vance, in the middle of negotiations with Pakistan, report, quote unquote, to Netanyahu during the negotiation, and now he's up here barking exactly what Netanyahu is wanting?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, but
And
now
I
we've
have
got
always-
Trump forbidding Israel from striking Lebanon, which was news to Netanyahu. So that's the latest.
Well, and here's
blow
my
up in that
thing.
delay.
I am pro-Jew. Okay? I am for the Jewish people. I absolutely have their back. But Israel? No.
Absolutely not. I
Well,
have
you're
no
acting
respect
out
for Israel as a nation, and I
Right.
have no respect for Netanyahu as a leader.
At all.
Well, one
Yeah.
thing we had happen internationally is that Viktor Orban was voted out of office in Hungary, and I thought it was interesting that you had JD. Trump sent JD Vance over there before the election to try to campaign. It started thinking, okay, Vance went to the Pope before the Pope passed away. It seems that Trump sends him out on these
He's the
missions.
harbinger of doom.
He's trying to, in a way, Trump does not want Vance to gain any purchase in his regime right now.
He feels like he's sending him on
So
Philip thinks he's sending him on failing missions.
Yeah, he's like he's trying to pants him in front of the world so he doesn't become a threat to his power.
So they don't think, hey,
and
let's
then
just
the
throw
video-
Vance in there. Yep. I
But
mean,
that's not wrong.
If they were to invoke the 25th Amendment, Vance would get the
Well,
get the job.
guess who would be required to invoke the 25th Amendment? JD Vance.
Yeah, but also Congress.
Congress
Yeah,
too.
Miller.
only if it's a tie with JD Vance. Well,
Right. Only JD
And
Vance
right
would
now,
only have-
you've got Republicans leaning on the same side as Democrats because they're basically embarrassed and they're trying to save face by joining Democrats in invoking the 25th Amendment. As a matter of fact, there was also a resolution for a committee to be created to test Trump's mental abilities as president and remove him on that basis.
And then what happened? Mike Johnson sent it all home. Look, guys, this invoke the 25th. That's a great thing on fucking paper. But the reality is, and how the amendment actually works is, Vance files with Congress that I think he's unfit immediately. Vance is the president until Trump submits his own piece of paper and says he's out of his mind. I'm just fine. Automatically, Trump is back in charge unless Congress takes a stand. But we know that Congress is never going to stand against the big fat orange traitor. So we have to be patient. We have to speak loud and fight back where we can until November.
Yep.
Then it's a different story. Then we can look into an actual impeachment and a conviction. The 25th, it's like when a girl goes, "I'll call you." That's hope that you're holding on to. Yeah. But when that girl does call you, you realize she's worthless, just like the 25th.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, right now the House has a very, very slim majority after 36 Republicans within the last year have either decided they're not going to run for election again, or they just threw up their hands and said, you know what, I'm done with the whole shooting match. I'm out of here.
Yeah. And the special elections also.
Yeah, and the way it is right now in the House, it's 218 to 214 in favor of Republicans.
Okay. Yeah. Well, but I mean, we'll see. There's actually quite a surprising number of emergency. You know.
Well, I tend to agree with you.
What
Rob.
Do they call it?
What's that? Oh, emergency.
In the middle votes. I can't remember the word for it right now.
Emergency.
No, it's not emergency, but where they're having special elections.
Right.
The midterms.
No, not the midterms. These are elections before the midterms.
Yeah, like there was one yesterday or this week. Yeah.
Yep. And the thing is, even with the state midterms, going on right now, a lot of Republicans are losing their seats.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a blue tsunami.
Okay, and everybody, you have until May 6th to vote in the pre-elections. So get out there.
Pre-elections?
And make some,
the midterms.
Okay, I don't know the name, but
Primaries.
Not midterms. Primaries. The PRE is in there somewhere. The primaries.
And for California, our primaries are June 6th.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in Ohio, you can actually go vote already. It's been available since April 7th. And I know because we got a flyer, April 7th, early voting for the primaries. So, and you have until May 6th. So I believe Philip and I will be going maybe next Saturday to vote in the primaries.
Hey, I got a group question real quick.
Uh-huh.
All these MAGA fucking losers who are making their videos crying about what a mistake they made and the huge toll they're paying. Does that move anybody towards forgiving them?
No.
Nope.
I will accept them back in the fold, but I'm still going to be no. Once you shoot me in the foot, and I'll take your vote. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I will welcome them back, and I will still love my family. But should this happen, but the trust is gone.
Yep.
I personally watched those videos with them crying with an 8-foot hard-on and 3 cheeseburgers. I love to see them crying to the public. I didn't know this was going to happen. That's because you're a simple bitch. That's why you didn't know this was going to happen.
We thought you were smarter than that.
And I've been saying on the show for quite a while, when it comes to Trump, You don't get to play that voter regret bullshit anymore.
Yeah, right.
You knew exactly what the fuck you were voting for. You knew what you were getting from Trump 1.0.
Yeah.
So that
all you were worried about is all you were worried about is you now, not you later.
Did you ever hear this where Trump periodically on when he's campaigning or even other times he'll tell this story about the snake? You ever heard that?
Yeah.
He talks
I
about
was a snake when you picked me up.
You knew I was a snake. I mean, if you listen to that, he's telling his own. He's telling on himself.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
he's
like what is it? If someone tells you who they are,
it's Maya Angelou.
Believe them the first time.
It's Maya Angelou who says when somebody tells you who they are, you better fucking believe them.
Yeah.
Yep. And every time he campaigns, oh, I love the uneducated. I love them to death because they're so uneducated. They don't realize what I'm doing to them.
Well, yeah, he's saying you're too dense. So when I tell you this story, the moral of the story is this woman takes the snake in when it's wounded and she tries to heal it. And eventually the snake gets better and then bites her. You know, it's a fatal bite.
Well, it's the old fucking frog and spider story.
It's an old fable, yeah.
The frog and the scorpion.
I remember my dad telling me that one.
It's the one I learned.
It's the great story, is it? Because I'm a fucking spider. I'm a scorpion. It doesn't, it's the same thing. And the thing about Trump to me, here's the part that's so amazing. I actually loved the Apprentice.
Me too.
I
really feel bad about having watched it.
And I watched it until the whole fucking birther bullshit started. When he started down the birther alley, that's when I went, oh my God, oh, that's who you are. And when you present yourself in those terms, and then to this day, he still never relinquished that. He still sidesteps it like it's nothing, just like he still has never accepted the fact that he lost the last election. He's just one of those, just like Rob just said. Rob said it beautifully. He was the knee-jerk reaction to a nation who had a black president, was faced with a woman president, the potential of a woman president, and all the conservative, forgive me, assholes that leaned toward that, that Southern, old-time Southern mentality went out and made damn good and sure they voted in a president that was going to adhere to that mentality that would keep America the way it had always been. To keep that white mentality strong. And look at the things that we've done, that he's done, that have been supported by people that just consistently show the level of.
He took out the full page ad in the New York Times about the Central Park Five, right?
Exactly. He's never hidden his racism ever. He's held onto that like it was a badge of honor, and the people who voted for him are the people who believe that way. And that's the part that's why it's hard to forgive somebody for, like Rob was saying, how do you forgive that? Because that speaks of a level of your character that has nothing to do with being a Republican or a Democrat technically. Right. That has to do with who you are at your fucking core, and you can't hide it, and you can't run from it, and you, by God, have the balls to just accept the fact that that's who you are at your fucking core.
Fred Trump, his dad was arrested at a KKK demonstration at Madison Square Garden in 1927.
Max, I'd actually like to add to that one thing. What I think Trump is a junior high school bully.
Yes,
and he has managed to tap into not only other junior high bullies,
he's mean girl.
He's a mean girl.
but mental trauma that was left, and he somehow took advantage of that by being a name
let me ask you.
calling.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Where do you think that they're going to send Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric if the birther thing gets overturned? Because their mother was not an American citizen.
No.
And neither was Rubio's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And neither is Melania.
Right.
Right.
Melania?
Were Trump's parents?
We didn't get. We should bring up Melania's press conference too.
I accidentally said something the other day, and my wife laughed her ass off at it, and I kind of love it. Melania.
That's a good one. I think just everything so much of what's
best.
And keep in mind, guys, keep in mind for a minute that when it comes to Trump and what's the best way? What's the best term here when it comes to the Republican Party? The de-evolution of the Republican Party. This all started with the Tea Party.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
And unfortunately,
it was the retort to a black president. It was the racist reaction to a black president.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that you brought. I'm glad that you brought this up, Max, because one of the key things I wanted to talk about. So much of what Trump and the regime, so much of their sense of humor that people find Trump funny. So much of it is really MAGA. They say MAGA coded, but really it's racism coded.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
When he talks about DEI hires, when he talks about people's intelligence, invariably it's either.
And let's make sure we tack on the attack on women as a whole.
Oh, I was just going to say, look at what he did publicly and was accepted for what he did to Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yes.
First Rosie, then Rose.
Yeah, and this whole thing, Quiet Piggy on Air Force One, and all this.
Right, he rarely takes on a man, a white man when he does these things. I guess
that's because he's a fat titty bitch.
Yeah, but Philip wants to talk about Robert F. Kennedy.
Oh
Jr.
yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing permeates throughout his regime.
Mister, I want to snort cocaine off of toilet seats.
Well, in 2024,
cut off a raccoon's dick.
Right.
Yeah.
But in 2024, he was on a podcast.
He ate it because he thought it was going to help him with a boner. Okay, Robert F. Jr. Kennedy said when he was running for president, if he were running for president.
No. In 2024, he talked about when he was running for president. He talked about how black kids that they had been unduly. I'll tell it.
The first paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the drugs like behavior modifying drugs have been administered to so many black kids when they were growing up that they had been inclined to violence naturally. And so he talked about in this podcast about taking these kids and reparenting them. Basically taking them out of their homes and reparenting them. And then he
denied any knowledge of it. Yes.
Brainwashed.
Yeah, but there's audio.
Yeah.
It's on.
I'd have to hear the recording of that. I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds crazy to me.
Right.
Nice. Very good impression,
guys.
Yeah, dude, 2 thumbs up, man. Good job.
Absolutely. But keep in mind, guys, who's been the major supplier of drugs on the streets in America?
Well, for a while, it was me.
I've been dealing out the back of my Pintos since the 70s.
It's been our own country. It's been our own government.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
He's been cutting off the penises of animals and smoking them ever since.
Well, that's a good crack, baby. I'm going to have to try that.
Sawed off a whale's head and tied it to the roof of the car. And drove.
And then it fucked his car up, right? That's the best part.
And whale juice is coming in and getting all over them. And they put plastic bags over their heads and cut little air holes in so they could keep the whale juice out. and still breathe.
But you wanted to talk about Melania, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, her press conference where
Yeah.
she set it up unbeknownst to Trump to come out and say that she was not friends with Epstein. What the hell was that?
She
Right.
basically threw her own husband under the goddamn bus.
Okay, I have to wonder if this isn't not so much a defending myself, but a wink wink to attacking him, because she has nothing to do with him. I think she's pissed off at him.
Go ahead,
She
Dan.
hates him. She's
Yeah.
hated him forever. She's
Yeah.
only still with him because of his money and position right now. As soon as
Right.
he's out of the White House
and
and
the
goes to
NDAs
prison,
that she's undoubtedly signed.
Right,
yeah, she's
right.
gone. There's a lot of money.
You know she's got a stack of fucking NDAs like that.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to fall out of a window.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I haven't heard a single word
Or
about
kill
this.
herself in prison.
I haven't heard a single word about this since the press conference. You know, you haven't had the president come out and, say supported her on this, or anybody from the administration.
Oh, he's not going to support her.
said. I mean,
Oh,
it was a one-off.
Absolutely not.
Well, she hates me, you understand.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I absolutely understand.
Yeah.
Anyone who's had sex with him hates him, I'm sure.
Well,
But,
Because most of them
I
were
can't
raped.
stand the bastard.
So, do you think she just went off on her own and did that?
I
Yeah.
believe she did.
Yeah.
I
I
believe
think
that
she
was a
went
middle
rogue to
finger
throw him
to
under the
Trump.
bus.
Because
I
she
believe
knows
that-
she has an exit plan. So she's got to try to clean herself a little bit.
I guess.
Yeah.
I can't figure out what was behind it.
Well,
He's
they're
done.
talking
That's
about
what's
that
behind it.
best
He's
friend
done.
of hers who's now talking because
Yep.
she's in trouble.
Yeah, that model
Yeah,
that they ended up
right.
deporting.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
she's her best friend for like 20 years. And I guess she thought maybe that would give her something, but the models, got sent home, so to speak.
Well, they were hoping to get to the bottom of more of the Epstein stuff by having Pam Bondi, honor her April 14th congressional hearing, but she wiggled off the hook for that.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
Yep. So now she's
I
looking
mean,
at.
what's going to happen?
Subpoena's a subpoena, man. I don't see how she.
I know, exactly.
either.
I agree.
But a subpoena is not a subpoena from a judge. It's a subpoena from a body that has no powers of prosecution. So, like,
Yeah.
if they send you a subpoena, it's like, oh, this is cute. Let's
That's
put
the
it
whole,
in a
that's the
frame.
whole
or
thing is
take
that
a shit on
they'd
it
have
or
to
something.
send the Department of Justice to
Yeah.
enforce it, and they already said no.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking
And
about
the thing
pardoning
is-
everybody in the administration already. That's a foregone
That's
conclusion.
a
that
given
everybody-
anyway. Pardon
Everybody's
everybody
gonna
the
leave.
first time
Everybody's gonna leave office pardoned, so nobody can prosecute anybody once they've left. So no matter what the fuck they've done, they'll all just be able to skate free, skate away. Not to mention, look at the unprecedented amounts of money the Trump family has fucking made from the office of president. That's the one thing that's the part about the Republican Party I guess I really don't understand, because there used to be this. It was so funny, like they were so powerfully anti-Russian, and they were so powerfully in so many ways everything that Trump completely is, and now they just have accepted and blown by all of it like it doesn't matter. And here's a guy who has done everything that if Obama would have done that, if any other Democratic president would have done that, they would have been massacred comparatively.
If
Bill
Trump wore a
Clinton
tan
had
suit
sex
tomorrow,
with-
everybody would
with-
be wearing a tan suit on Capitol Hill the
Exactly.
next day.
Bill Clinton had sex with a consenting adult in the Oval Office. Donald Trump's been arrested. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's such a double standard.
Mhm.
From this point forward, all of that shit that we used to think about the presidency is off. How do we ever rebuild it? How does it
Yeah.
ever come back?
Yeah, the respect.
With integrity.
Or at least the fear.
I don't think we can. I mean, you take a look at Tony Gonzalez, and
Yep.
you take a look at Eric Swalwell.
Yep.
You know, it starts with those two, but it shouldn't end with those two. If
Yep.
you're going to clean house, then
Yep.
by all fucking means, clean house.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Obama were able to get back into the White House, I guarantee you on a global level, all's forgiven. All
Yeah.
we need to do is put an actual leader with integrity, a spine who's not directly from Satan.
Well, there is one.
Yeah.
There is
Come right
one way,
back.
Rob. There is one way, Rob, for him to get back in the White House. Unfortunately, she's not going to do it because we all fucking know that if that woman ran for office, no one could stop her. No one could stop Michelle from getting in the fucking White House. The
No.
Democratic Party, if Michelle Obama decided to run for president, it would be the Democrats would be back on. Maybe,
The only thing
maybe
stopping
we'll look
Michelle
out.
is Michelle. She
Pardon
says
me?
she doesn't want it.
No, that's what I mean. It's not going to
Yeah.
happen.
Does
Right.
she have any political background? She's a lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, but she does have some
She-
political background.
She helped
as
Barack
well.
Obama throughout his life.
Right,
Yeah, well,
right.
and she was in the Oval Office for fucking 8 years, regardless how you look at it.
Yep.
She was
She
there.
was a what? Look, guys, I'm not trying to sound like a sexist or anything at all with this, right? Because I'm not. If Hillary Clinton won the presidency, as soon as Bill tried to start opening up his mouth, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear from you. You're the first lady. I want to hear from the president. That's my
Okay,
exact same feeling about Michelle. She lived in the White House. That's it.
Yeah. No. Because Bill and Hillary were not really a team. Okay? They were a team in that they were determined.
No, but that's not
They
the
were
point.
at election.
The point is we want to hear from
Michelle and Barack were like this. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Bill
hand
and
in
Hillary.
glove.
This is Michelle and Barack. This is Hillary and Bill. Okay?
Okay, let me pose it to you like this, Lisa.
Uh-huh.
You have an electrician come over. He's looking at a whole rig. He tells you exactly what he needs to do to get the results that you're hiring him for. Gives you a price. You make an agreement. Great. In comes walking his wife, who's not even a fucking electrician, and she starts going, well, I think we need to do ba 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 ba. To me, when the first lady starts babbling, we need to do ba ba, that's what I hear. I didn't vote for you. I voted for your husband. So if we have a first gentleman, if Kamala won, I don't want to hear from him. Shut the fuck up. Did I say Kamala? Oh my God. Sorry, I apologize.
It's okay.
Well, I agree that Michelle Obama does have a certain degree of respect and stature that's built into her image.
Honestly,
But she would have to.
She
She would have to.
than Hillary or Kamala.
She would have to run on her. She'd have to go and debate. She'd have to do debates. She couldn't bypass debates. She couldn't. She wouldn't waltz right into.
I wouldn't want to debate her, man.
I mean, either.
Well,
Yeah,
I
she's
wouldn't
sharp.
either. I'm just
She's
saying
a
that.
sharp woman.
I'm gonna be standing behind her while she
That's-
takes everybody else
that's
down.
probably the
one
best
at a
thing.
Here's all my point is to defend what I was going to say. When Barack Obama was elected president of the United States, he had fucking zero experience. He was a virtually nobody senator who had no fucking history under his belt. He didn't have any experience. But what he did is exactly what fucking Michelle would do, is you hire great fucking people and you get the fuck out of their way. And that's what she would do. And that's, to me, that would be her biggest strong point would be she's already been there. She already knows the people. She knows the people she loves and trusts. That and we're talking out of our ass anyway, because she ain't gonna do it. She's made it real fucking clear. She's done with the fucking White House. That's all my point was, is somebody like her would put Barack back in the White House, even though I agree with what you're saying, Rob. It's not, we wouldn't elect her for him, but she would hire fucking amazing people and
Sure.
that would advise her, and she'd get the fuck out of their way. That's what I personally believe, but it's not going to happen.
Okay, and looking at people who could actually defeat Trump if he managed to do a third term, of course, my favorite would be Obama. Let's say that's not realistic. So, because if Trump can do a third term, so can Obama. So
he already said that. He
Yeah.
said he supports Trump running for a third term because that means I can run against you and blow your doors off.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Oh, I never heard
I'll
that.
vote for that
Fuck.
shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did say it.
But
I'm down with that.
okay.
Go ahead. Fuck with
Newsom-
Yeah,
that third
right.
term.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
AFO.
Okay, I want everybody's top two. For me, it's Newsom and Buttigieg. Newsom because he gets down in the trenches and becomes a mean girl. Buttigieg because I just like everything he says.
That's interesting. I like it.
I like Buttigieg a lot. I think he's got just one of the most superior moral characters I've ever seen. He's just
Yeah.
fantastic. So I would put support behind him, but I'll tell you, if Liz Cheney enters the race, I'm going to throw all my weight behind a Republican.
Okay,
Interesting.
I could do that. I'm okay with getting Trump out of the running.
We just don't need any more mean girls in
Or
the White House.
advanced for that matter.
Like Newsom is great, but he really does need to grow the fuck up at this point. If you're considering a presidential run, stop being the mean girl like Trump. Stop fucking.
He doesn't know
Don't be
how.
calling yourself the good guy, showing the same
I
character.
don't think that would win it.
Nope.
I think that would lose it. Him keeping up the catty memes and all that shit.
Okay.
in,
All right,
in,
what
which,
else do you want?
in which he's incapable of doing anything else but that. That's his entire MO. You know,
Okay,
as the old
so-
saying goes, a leopard doesn't change its spots.
You're talking about Trump, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Newsom could turn that corner. But
Yeah, he would just
who are your
need
two
to.
favorites,
He would need to stop the mean
Aaron?
girl shit now. Is all. He'd
Right.
need to be done with it.
Right. Aaron?
AOC and Buttigieg.
Okay.
Ooh, I didn't know AOC was even a consideration for running.
She's 35 now.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know what she was
Or will
talking
be.
about. I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, she was
Eh.
on that.
He's just saying he likes her. We don't know that Buttigieg is going to put his name in the ring again either.
True.
That's true. I hope he does.
Right. How about you, Max?
You know, I think it would be great to have a queer in the White House.
Yeah.
To finally have the LGBTQ community represented, and I think he's wonderful. There's also some other people that I really love. I don't think they're gonna run for president. I've never heard anybody talk about him, but I think his name is Whitehouse.
Senator White House.
Oh,
Sheldon
yeah,
Whitehouse.
I've seen him.
Fucking love Senator
I do not
Whitehouse.
dislike him. Yeah.
There's some other
What
people
a
out
great
there.
name for a president.
Yeah, no shit. We got White House in the White House. You know, but I think it would be really. I got to be honest with you. I like Elizabeth Warren. I think she's.
But I don't think she'll run.
I think she's a powerful, badass woman. That if she got the right kind of support, she's formidable. I would love to have a woman. And you know what? After Liz Cheney saying "fuck you" to the Democratic Party, I'm going to go with Rob on this. I'll tell you what. I don't care whether it's a Republican or Democrat at this point. I want a president that's going to fucking give America a chance
Some
to
respect.
finally for everybody to kind of the rest of the world to go, oh my God, thank God.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, funny.
Max, you
there's
might not
somebody
have
back
heard
in-
this, but on the J6 thing, when she walked away from the Republicans, not Democrats, but
I'm
on the
sorry.
J6 thing, she said to the Republicans, putting party over country is treason.
Yeah.
Out loud to the
Yeah.
media. She said
Yeah.
that to her
Yeah.
own people.
Yeah.
Well, that should be
Yeah.
baseline. Every politician that wants to be president of this country that's what they should believe. I mean, that should, but I couldn't trust.
oh.
I couldn't trust. I couldn't vote for another Republican. I could not do
Okay,
that at this point.
let me just say this: as far as
And I
Elizabeth
used to
Warren
be a
goes,
Republican.
let me.
Sure.
As far as Elizabeth Warren goes, I think that a gay white man has a way better chance than a woman over 60.
Yeah.
And not
you're
only
right.
that,
We
but
are
also,
unrespected and invisible.
and keep in mind, Warren is a progressive. She's a
Yeah.
socialist. Ooh.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, I think there should be more socialists in Congress and the House.
I agree.
Yep.
You know,
People are just so fucking stupid. They cross communism in with socialism because they're so fucking dumb.
Exactly. And the one name that I notice you guys have not mentioned yet, and he does deserve an honorable mention, is Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, he's just too
Yeah,
old. He's
he's
older
just
than
too
Trump.
old, man.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you. Will, you're so right. I love Bernie, but
I love Bernie so much.
We need we need a fucking, you know what we need? We need a fucking 40-year-old badass like a Kennedy.
Well, how about Mark Kelly? What about Senator Mark Kelly?
We need a Democratic 40-year-old badass that's going to go in there and say, fuck you, here's some shit that's got to get fixed in this country. And I'll tell you something, and I believe this with all my heart, and I've been watching a whole bunch of TV about this. One of the things that we better get our head out of our ass on is our own infrastructure. If we don't start rebuilding the bridges and the roads and the train stations
and the electrical grid
and the electrical grid and develop all the things in this country that need to be done, that's another one. And the second thing I really think that needs to happen, because I think it's going to be, I think it would, and it's a good way to finance it. People are talking about, well, how do we finance all this shit? I think it's finally time now to make pot legal in this country. Take that money, raise the gas tax, take the fucking legalized pot tax, and turn it into fucking upgrading America for itself.
100%.
Why would you need to raise the gas tax? The revenue you would generate just on taxing weed, you could lower taxes on other areas.
But they haven't raised the gas tax. As in RAZ, not RAISE. Am I wrong, Max?
They haven't raised the gas tax in this country, though, in fucking 30 years, man. And part of
in this state, they raise it all the time.
Yeah,
absolutely. In California alone, the gas tax rate is
but our roads compared to the roads in Ohio are.
All my point is,
Max, you hit it right on the head. It's fucking weed. If Trump wanted to save any kind of face, if he had even a quarter of a real brain of his own, he would federally decriminalize it and then let the state fall in line. The reason the states aren't falling in line is because it's still federally illegal, and that means they can't do traditional banking. So it's hard to do business in cannabis on a state level because the Fed's always trying to fuck you up. Legalize it and watch the deficit go the fuck away.
The thing is, you got states that did legalize marijuana, and it was Trump that just basically said, you know what, fuck you, it's illegal again. That's the end of it.
It's always been illegal federally. No one cares.
Right.
Yeah.
The states that have legalized it don't care. I mean, heck, Ohio legalized it.
But it has been moved. It has been moved to Category 3 now, though. Yeah. It's just got to jump through all the congressional hoops. So at least
it's made anymore or whatever.
It's made that step. Now it's got to go through all the lawsuits to get there. What was that, Aaron? I'm sorry.
It's not Class 1 anymore. It's not, or Schedule 1. It's not.
It's not Schedule 1.
It's not a heroin equivalent.
Right. And that's the other side of it.
But he loves to get his crayons out and make his little EOs. Make one about weed. Just say,
no shit.
All over. Nobody's going to fuck with potheads anymore. Somebody get me a joint.
It'll probably calm his ass down.
It'd probably be a good thing.
Back to Senator Kelly. Do you know what I would love? Do you know what I would love to see if Kelly did decide to run? Mm-hmm. I would love to see him and Tammy Duckworth on the same ballot.
Oh wow!
Okay.
To
What about
do
Mama
that.
Well, you
Donnie?
know what? Actually, if I may, I have a quick question for Max. Max,
Isn't
do
she young?
you think that I have the authority to authorize this show going a little bit into overtime so we don't miss Phil's Fortnite gimmick? I think I have that authority, don't
I
I?
think you do. Yeah.
No, I
All
thought
right.
it was
You're
okay.
the fucking look. You got
In that
Smiley
case, I want
behind
to
you,
get
brother.
in. I want to get in this
Doggy
about.
kisses.
Oh no, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn.
I'm sure it was very, very passionate.
Otto, I love Otto.
I hate to interrupt, but we're going to have to break right here. But have no fear. Tune in next week for part 2 of Political Cadence with our guests Rob Wilds and Max Payne.